a ringleader who ran a violent gun gang with Wigan members, has been jailed for more than 2 decades. Vanden fled to Holland in October 2019 but maintained a criminal hold in Salford through the foot soldiers he recruited to do the dirty work. While hiding out in Holland, the 33-year-old organised violent attacks against rivals or anyone who crossed him. This included shooting at properties, threats to throw grenades in houses, cars or business premises, cause serious injuries to people, or threaten to slash them with knives if they didn't resolve or comply with his requests. Criminals who worked alongside him would make contact to gain swift access to guns purely to settle petty disputes with their enemies and cause serious harm. Vanden was known for orchestrating this movement within 24 hours of request coming in. In March, 5 members of Vanden's organised crime gang were jailed for a collective 47 years. Dominic Hughes, 29, of Glover Court, Lee, was found guilty of 2 counts of possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to endanger life, possession of a firearm with intent to cause fear, and aggravated twok. He pleaded guilty to being concerned in the supply of cocaine and cannabis. He was jailed for 18 years. Aaron Gray, 27, of no fixed address, was found guilty of 2 counts of possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to endanger life and aggravated twok. He pleaded guilty to possession of cocaine with intent to supply. He was jailed for 14 years. Craig Walker, 41, of Warrington Road, Wigan, and 21-year-old Jacob Smith, of no fixed address, were found guilty of possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to endanger life. They were jailed for 6 years apiece. Ian Warmby, 31, of no fixed address, was found guilty of possession of a firearm with intent to cause fear. He pleaded guilty to possession with intent to supply cocaine, heroin and cannabis. He was jailed for 3 years and 6 months. The investigation, led by Greater Manchester's Serious and Organised Crime Group, codenamed Operation Drevor, uncovered the true extent of Vanden's hierarchy and involvement within the organised crime following a surveillance operation in April 2020 that led to the arrests of his associates and the seizure of encrypted mobile phones. The operation resulted in the recovery of a black Glock 19 handgun found in a sock. A further Glock 19 handgun recovered following a firearms discharge, and quantity of cocaine and cannabis. The evidence against the organised crime group was strongly linked to Vanden, who sat at the top of the enterprise. A European arrest warrant was obtained by Greater Manchester Police, and in May 2020, law enforcement partners in Holland arrested Vanden in Holland, and he was extradited back to the United Kingdom in May 2021. On Friday, September the 1st, Vanden appeared at Manchester Crown Court to be sentenced to 26 years after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm, possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to cause fear, and possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to endanger life. Speaking after the sentencing, Detective Inspector Rick Castley of Greater Manchester Police's Serious Organised Crime Group said, Vanden terrorised the Salford and Manchester community using his foot soldiers to do his dirty work while he was hiding out in Holland. But when those soldiers began to be arrested, it created a perception of fear and panic for how he could continue to operate his empire. Vanden said himself there were a lot of heat on his men. This is because they were being watched by the officers while he was stuck in Holland, reading on social media the arrests, guns and drugs being seized, and none that would lead him to being incriminated. To get Vanden, we ran a covert operation on his organised crime gang. The evidence gathered against Vanden placed him at the top, and we were determined to capture him, no matter where he was hiding. Following a successful operation in Holland, he was arrested on a European arrest warrant and extradited back to Manchester to face his fate and to spend a long time hidden behind bars. Please like this video, please comment, and I would love it if you could subscribe to my crime channel. Thank you.